Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of Loving a Broken Heart. It's me again, Nick. And if you saw the last video, you'll remember that Jenny and I decided to team up to do this video blog together. For this next episode, though, we decided that it would be best if I answer this one alone, and you'll see why in just a minute. Uh, for this one, we actually got a question from a good friend of ours who lives in Georgia. You know who you are. This one's for you. And the question was pretty simple, but it was a very good question. And the question was, do I ever get scared of Jenny dying? Um, I'll give you the short answer, then I'll explain it a little bit. The answer to that is, by God's grace, I'm at peace with the idea of Jenny dying. Now, let me be clear. I cannot imagine the pain of having to lose Jenny. She is, again, my best friend. She's my everything. She's she's a gift from God. I can't imagine having to uh, go through something as horrific as seeing uh, Jenny die and having to live this life without her. That being said, the only way that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I would be able to get through it is because for those who follow Christ, God offers the assurance of caring for his children like as a shepherd cares for his sheep. And the analogy used in the book of Isaiah talks about how, as a shepherd, he holds us close to his chest like lambs, lovingly caring for his children, guiding them when things are um, beyond hope. Uh, it's clear that God is with his children. And for those who follow Christ, we have that promise that we are his children and he'll be with us. Another thing that brings me huge hope is knowing, again, with all certainty, that if Jenny were to go, I will see her again. It says in John 14, Jesus is talking to his disciples and he says, I go to prepare a place for you. Now we know that means he prepares a place in heaven, again, for those who follow him. And so with that in mind, we know that we don't look to this world, that we consider all things in the next world. So in other words, to not use too much Christianese for you, that we know and we look to our hope that we will spend forever with Jesus. And so if Jenny were to go first, it would be very traumatic here. It would be very hard. But I would be able to not say goodbye, but instead I would say, I'll see you later. Jenny will be in a place where she has a whole heart. There are no medications in heaven. There's no need for a hospital in heaven. There's no cardiac unit at Heaven Medical Center. It's it's perfect. It's paradise, and she'd be in the arms of her creator. That's infinitely better than anything I could ever do to take care of her here. And so it would be very, very painful, but it also means that she would be in a much better place, and I would have the certainty of knowing that I would see her again, and we would be reunited, but reunited in the presence of God. Um, when you understand that, it's pretty easy to, maybe not easy, not the right word, but um, I'm able to really be at peace with the idea of losing Jenny. One last thing, though, about that is that makes a big assumption, that question, because I do get the question a lot. It does make the assumption that she would be the first to go. Um, Again, it says in Scripture, in the book of James, actually, chapter 4, that some of you say today or tomorrow you'll go to such and such a city, spend a year there, and do business. It says, but you don't know what your life will be like tomorrow. It says that your life is but a mist, here today, gone tomorrow. And that means that we don't know the future. We don't know what is in store. Jenny could live to be 80 years old, and I could, heaven forbid, but I could be on a bicycle ride and then a car goes out of control and that's it. Um, I don't know what the future holds. It could very well be that Jenny would be the one who would have to answer that question. But I know, where the heart is when people ask that question, so I certainly understand. But Jenny and I, we come at it with the idea that we have to answer that question for each other, not just me for Jenny. Um, so who knows what tomorrow brings? It's all in the Lord's hands, and we just trust Him, follow Him, and know that He cares for us, He loves us, and we do everything we can to please Him. So again, thank you very much for the question. I very much appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Again, feel free to comment on this video below, and also feel free to ask any questions you may want either on the website lovingabrokenheart.wordpress.com, or of course you can ask any questions below in the comment section on YouTube. I'll be happy to, both of us will be happy to answer any and every comment and question you may have. Thanks again, and hope you guys have a wonderful day. All right, bye-bye guys.